quick story time about how I got into real estate. As a 16, 17 year old, I used to watch a lot of the flipping shows on the TV, and a lot of the shows where the realtors used to show the buyers the one of the three homes, and ultimately it would show like the $1 million listing ones, right? So I used to see those shows, and it'd say how much the commission was after they sold the home, or how much the profit was from the flip. So I was like, I mean, whatever. I'll just call it what it is, right? As a 16, 17 year old, what intrigued me about real estate were the commissions. Keep in mind, that's not why I'm in it now. But I mean, as a teenager, like, I mean, whatever, those profits were huge. The commissions were big, you know? So after high school, I was working at Chase on Balboa and Devonshire. I was a teller, and a lot of the clients that used to come into the ranch were they were real estate agents that continue to work at Park Regency. So I just used to ask them, like, hey, what real estate was about, you know what I mean? Just in general, like how they got into it, why they did it, and all that good stuff. And I'm one of the brokers at Park Regency. Ultimately convinced me to get my license. So I took the leap of faith, and I got licensed. I quit working at the bank, and I originally started when I was 22 years old. And when I started, I was actually already I was working. I was working. My fault. I was a student at CSUN. I was studying something. I was studying business, but just not real estate. So the very first year, when I was 22 and 23 years old, I actually sold. I think I helped like 13 or 14 families purchase a home. So at 20, now looking back at it at 22 years old, how was it that I had so much success, being so young and in essence with no experience in sales or just like anything regarding real estate? I think the number one reason why I was so successful the first year, and I continue to be successful, was the my dedication to the customer service. And looking back at it, since I was 16 years old and I started working, all I was doing was customer service. And at Chase as a teller, all I was doing was customer service. So fast forward to when I started real estate, I was able to help out those 14 families, was because I was so dedicated to making sure that the clients had a pleasant experience working with me, and that I went above and beyond with everything, explaining the details, holding their hand, everything. Like, I had been groomed since I was 16 years old, all the way until now. But right, obviously up until I started real estate from 16 years old to 22 years old, all I was groomed was customer service. And when I was 22 years old, I've been doing real estate now for 11 years. So I think now that I've been doing it a lot longer, I think what's the number one reason that I continue to do real estate and why I'm so excited about continuing to do real estate is, I mean, if I have to like dig deep and really think about what keeps me so excited and why like I've been doing well for 11 years and I continue to do a little bit better, is me being intrigued with making good relationships, becoming friends with the people that I sell houses to, and even if I don't sell a house to them, all the people that I've gotten to know over the past couple of years, is just building just a relationship and a friendship with them. I think like every single day, like the last thing that I think about now as a 33-year-old is, I mean, now 11 years that I've been in real estate, the furthest thing that I think about really is the commissions, but the number one thing that I continue to be excited about is building friendships with the people that sell houses or buy houses with me. And even if they don't, it's someone that I meet out in Granada Hills, Mission Hills. It's just the small interactions and what I learn about them, and knowing that it has nothing to do with me and it's all about them. But I think that's what I'm excited about. That's what continues That's what I continue to strive for, just like learning about them and building a relationship with anybody, with some people, just people out like in the community. So yeah, just a little bit, little bit about the history about how I got into real estate. Happy holidays.